Good evening guys, welcome to Videos Online Academy Tutorial. Thanks for watching our videos online. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do well to press the subscribe button and the notification bell in order to see all of our educative videos online. Please also remember to share this video with your friends, families, colleagues and relatives at home. Thank you for watching once again. Please keep on liking the video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. God bless you. We love you all. Now today we are going to be considering the topic called ALKANOLS under the subject called chemistry, and particularly the branch of chemistry known as organic chemistry. What do you know by ALKANOLS? ALKANOLS are also known as alcohols. The common name of ALKANOLS is alcohol, while the ALKANOLS is the IUPAC name of alcohols. Now we are talking about ALKANOLS. ALKANOLS has the general formula of CnH2n plus 1OH. It has the general formula of general molecular formula of CnH2n plus 1OH, where this is the is the alkyl group. It is the alkyl group, also represented by It can also be represented by R, while this is the functional group. The functional group called hydroxy. The functional group called hydroxy OH. Now, this is the functional group called hydroxy. Now, so we need that we have ROH, and this R is also known as where R is the alkyl group. Where R is is the alkyl group, such as it can be e.g. methyl group, we have LT group, and so on and so forth, etc. So that's that about the general molecular formula of ALKANOLS. Now we have classification of ALKANOLS. Classification of ALKANOLS. Now ALKANOLS, which is also known as alcohols, can be classified based on two groups. ALKANOL can be classified based on two groups, and the first classification of ALKANOL is based on the number of hydrogen atom, based on the number of hydrogen atom attached to the alpha carbon, based on the number of hydrogen atoms attached to the alpha carbon. Now attached to the alpha carbon. Now, the first classification of alcohol or ALKANOLS is based on the number of hydrogen atoms attached to alpha carbon. When I'm talking about alpha carbon, what do you understand by alpha carbon? And alpha carbon is the carbon that contains the hydroxy group, the carbon that is directly attached to the hydroxy group OH is what we call alpha carbon. For instance, now we consider the formula for the molecular formula for ethanol. Ethanol is CnH2n. Now from CnH2n plus 1OH, ethanol will be C2H5, because when you put 2, because this is L, when you put 2 into it, I'm going to have C2H5. 2 times 2 is 5, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that's how we get C2H5OH. When you put 2 inside this as a result of X, we are going to get C2H5OH for the for ethanol. For the molecular formula of ethanol, now is also C2H5OH. Now, when you write it out, the structure, you are going to see that the carbon here, this structure contains two carbon, but one carbon is directly attached to the hydroxy group. We call the carbon that directly attached to that directly connects to the OH as alpha carbon, and the next one is called beta carbon. Now this is called alpha carbon. Now this is called alpha carbon. The next one is called beta. The next one after this one we call gamma. No, this is what we call. So this is what we know as alpha carbon. The carbon that contains the hydroxy group or that connects directly to the hydroxy group. So based on the number of hydrogen atoms attached to the alpha carbon. Now look at this. If you see this alpha carbon now, the number of hydrogen atom attached to this carbon atom is what? The number of hydrogen atom attached to this alpha carbon is 2. So whenever we have 2 hydrogen atoms attached to the alpha carbon, we call such alcohol or alkanols primary alkanols. So primary alkanols are alkanols where 2 hydrogen atom is attached directly to the what? To the alpha carbon itself. They are a group of what? Alkanols. Primary alkanols are a group of alkanols where there are 2 what? Where there are 2 hydrogen atoms attached directly to the what? To the carbon atom. So that is primary alcohol for you. This is primary alkanols. Alkanols. Also represented as what? 1 degree. So this is what? This is a group of alkanols where 2 hydrogen atom where 2 hydrogen atoms are attached to what? To the alpha carbon. Then we represent it as alpha carbon like that. That's a symbol for alpha. So that is primary what? Alcohol. And primary alcohol, example of primary alcohol is ethanol that I just gave here now. This is ethanol. Ethanol is a primary what? Alcohol. Ethanol is primary alcohol. Propanol is also a primary what? Alcohol. And so on and so forth. Propanol, butanol, and so on and so forth. Now, the second one is what? The second one under this classification is secondary alcohol or alkanols. And know that one of the characteristics of what? Of primary alkanols is that when primary alkanols oxidize to give what? Aldehyde, that is the mid oxidation, that is when they first oxidize, they oxidize to alkana. While on further what? Oxidation, primary alkanols oxidize from alkana to alkanoic what? Acid. What am I saying is that primary alkanols undergo what? Oxidation to form alkana and alkanoic acid. That is what? That is primary alkanol for you. While secondary alcohol undergo oxidation to form alkanol. So that's one of the differences between primary alcohol and what? Secondary alcohol. But let's go into what? Secondary alcohol. When you have secondary alcohol, when one hydrogen atom is attached to what? Alpha, e.g. propan 2O. Propan 2O. When you talk about propan 2O, so how do you write propan 2O? We have H here, CH3. Then you can split this. If you want to split it, or you combine it together. Let's combine it together. CH3. Okay. E.g. propan what? 2O. You can see here that it's only what? Look at this. This is propan 2O, also known as, you can see from here. This is CH3 now. Now, the alpha carbon here is the carbon that is carrying what? That is carrying OH. The alpha carbon here is what? Is the one that is carrying what? OH. This is the alpha what? This is the alpha what? Carbon. The one that is connected to what? To the OH. So this is the alpha carbon now. And this alpha carbon now is containing what? It connects what? It connects to methyl group, and it connects what? This alpha carbon which is carrying OH is connected to what? To methyl group and what? One single what? Hydrogen. Why? This is the third carbon, this is the third thing that is connected to. So this alpha carbon that is carrying OH is connected to hydrogen, is connected to one methyl, and is connected to another what? Another methyl here. So meaning that this alpha carbon is having one hydrogen attached to the what? To the alpha carbon. This hydrogen is this alpha carbon is having one hydrogen attached to it. So that's why it is what? Secondary alcohol. That's why it's secondary. Whenever the alpha carbon is carrying what? Is carrying one hydrogen atom. Such in a case like this, you can see it is carrying what? one hydrogen atom. This is only one hydrogen atom that is carrying. So now this alcohol, this type of alkanol is known as what? Secondary what? Alkanols. It's known as secondary alkanols. Now, if you look at the oxidation of this one now, it will only form what? It will only form the oxidation of secondary alcohol will form propanol, because when it's oxidized, it only leave what? It only leave O behind. That's secondary alcohol for you. Secondary alcohol contain what? One hydrogen atom that is attached to the alpha carbon carrying what? Hydroxy group of the alkanol. Now that's that about that. Tertiary what? Alkanol. The tertiary what? Alkanol. The tertiary alkanol. None of this denoted by 3 degree is what? Has no what? Has no hydrogen atom. Has no what? Hydrogen atom. Has no what? Has no hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom attached to alpha what? Carbon. Alpha carbon. Now example is what? Example is when you have what? You have something like this. OH, CH3, CH3, and what? And CH3 here. Now you can see here that we have, in this case now we have, if you want to name this one now, this is 2-methyl-propan-2O. 2-methyl, look at this is 1, 2. So 3. Now this is what? 2, and the substitute is on number 1. You can see this is the alpha carbon here. This is our alpha carbon here. It's connected to methyl, 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 and what? And it does not have any hydrogen connected. This carbon does not have any direct hydrogen connected to it. So it only connects to what? Carbon, 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 and then the OH. So that's why this is a secondary what? This is a tertiary what? This is a tertiary. That's why this is a tertiary what? Alkanol, because the carbon is directly connected to other elements like carbon, 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 and not hydrogen. There's no hydrogen attached to this alpha carbon, and that's why it is tertiary what? Alkanol. And if you can see now, you can see this is what? Propanol. This is 2-methyl. This is 2-methyl propan-2-O. So 2-methyl-propan-2-O. And the uniqueness of this primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol is that this primary alcohol undergoes what? Oxidation to form alkyl and alkanoic acid. While the secondary alkanol undergoes oxidation to form what? Alkanol. While the tertiary undergoes no what? Oxidation. It is only what? Tertiary alkanols are the set of alkanols that does not what? Undergo what? Oxidation, because it has no hydrogen atom. So let's move on. Still on the classification of what? Classification of alkanols. The second classification of alkanols is a classification based on the number of what? Classification based on the number of hydroxy group. Classification based on number of what? Hydroxy groups. So this is the second classification on what? Of alkanols. Classification based on the number of what? Hydroxy group. We are talking about classification of alkanols. So classification of alkanols. The number 2 classification is what? Classification based on the number of hydroxy group contained in the alkanol. So what do I mean by that? For instance, now we have, based on this classification, we have 3 types of what? Of alkanol groups. We have the what? The monohydric. The monohydric, that is, monohydric contain one hydroxy group. Monohydric are a group of alkanols that contain one hydroxy group. So now, for instance, when I have EG, it contains what? Monohydric alkanols contains what? Has one hydroxy what? Have one hydroxy group. Have one hydroxy group. It has one hydroxy group, that is one OA. For instance, now e.g. methanol, CH3OA. This is methanol. It has what? Only what? Monohydric alkanols have one hydroxy group. e.g. what? Methanol has CH3OH. It contains only what? Only one hydroxyl group. Only one hydroxyl group. Another example is what? Ethanols. C2H5OH is ethanol. It also contains what? One OH. But when you go to dihydric, from the word di, it means it contains two hydroxy what? Dihydric alkanol contains two hydroxy group. Dihydric alkanols contain two hydroxy what? Group. Dihydric what? Alkanols contain two hydroxy groups. And these two hydroxy groups, it contains what? Two hydroxy groups. And an example of such what? Alkanol is ethan, e.g. ethan 1,2-diol. Ethan 1,2-diol. Now, what do I mean by that? This is C. It has OH here. Then you can fill this one with what? H. This is ethan 1. You can see 1, 2. Ethan 1,2-diol. We have two hydroxy group here. Which is what? On the left hand side and on the what? Extreme left hand side and right hand side of the what? Of the carbon. So this is ethan 1,2-diol. So it has two hydroxy group. We still have a lot of what? A lot of example under this, but the common one is what? Ethan 1,2-diol. And also we have what we call trihydric what? Alkanols. I'm talking about trihydric alkanols. It contains three what? Hydroxy group. It contains three hydroxy group. So the popular example is when we have what? Glycerol. So when we have what? We have glycerol of CH2OH doing what? So we call this what? This is called triol. We call it triol, which is also known as what? Glycerol. So we call it triol. It has what? Three hydroxy group. 1, 2, 3. You can also call it what? Propan. 1, 2, 3. Triol. Propan. We call this propan. Propan 1. It is on the all is on number 1, 2, 3. Triol. Number 1, 2, 3. Triol. So we call it glycerol. It is a glycerol group. So and also we have the last one is polyhydric, which is not commonly asked. Polyhydric, that is more than what? More than polyhydric alcohol is more than what? More than 3 hydroxy. It has more than 3 hydroxy what? Hydroxy groups. More than 3 hydroxy groups. So these are the classification of alkanols and so on and so forth. Now let's go into the questions before us, and how can we use this what we have learned about what alkanols to answer the JAMB and the why question before us. So stay with us till the end. Here are JAMB questions before us. These JAMB questions before us, and the first question says alkanols have the general molecular formula of A C1 H2N minus 2 CHO. No, because even this CHO is an alkanal group, and even this is not correct for alkene. No, also CHO is not the functional group. OH, this one is containing OH, which is hydroxy group, but the alkyl group here is wrong. So this also is wrong. The alkyl group here is wrong. So the answer is what? No answer. We have no answer in this word. Question number 1, because the functional group of what? The general molecular formula of what? Of alkanol is CnH2n plus 1 OH. This is the correct word. So and none of this is what? None of this is now found in what? In one of the options. It's not necessarily the word option. So none of this resemble the word this. So that's why there is no answer in this question number 1. This question number 1. Mind what? Oxidation of propan 1 or Mine for oxidation of what? Propan 1 or will yield to what? Now, when I'm talking about mine oxidation, it means incomplete what? Oxidation. Mine oxidation means what? Incomplete what? Oxidation. So when you have incomplete oxidation of propan 1 or, the first thing is to ask yourself, which group does propan 1 or belong to? Is it which classification does propan 1 or belong to? Propan 1 or is it a primary alcohol or secondary what? Alcohol. Now when I look at this OH now, I'm feeling this what? This is what? HH, 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 HH. Now this is what? Propan what? Propan 1 or. In a condensed form, we can put it in a condensed form as this: CH3, CH2, CH2OH. This is the condensed form of what? Of propan 1 or. Now, this propan 1 or, can it undergo oxidation? Yes, because this is a what? A primary alcohol, because it is connected to the alpha carbon connected to what? To the OH carry what? 2 hydrogen atoms. So this is primary what? ALKANOLS. This is primary ALKANOLS. Primary ALKANOLS, when they undergo mine oxidation, that is oxidation, the first oxidation that they undergo. So meaning that this propanol, which is also known as propanol or propan 1 or, if you want to call it propan 1 or propan 1 or, will oxidize to form propanoic, propana. We oxidize to form propana, please. This is that it will oxidize to form propanol 1 or we oxidize to form propana or propan 1A. If you want to write it like that, it's still the same thing, propan 1A. So meaning that we have CH2, CH3, CH2, OH to give what? CH3, CH2, CHO. So that's what the mine oxidation what? In what? Will give us in mind. So not in excess. So we have propana, which is propan. I told you to can write it as propana or propan 1A. Can call it propan 1 or propan 1A or propana. It is the same thing. So that's option number what? Number B. Now, incomplete oxidation of ethanol. This is just the same thing, replicate of what we did in number 2. Number 3 is what? Incomplete oxidation. These are just English words. Incomplete oxidation also means mine of what? Ethanol yields what? Incomplete oxidation of ethanol is ethanol. Ethanol is CH3. That's general. This is the molecular formula of ethanol. Ethanol is CH3, CH2OH or C2H5, whichever is the way you want to write it. And incomplete oxidation, when we fall first undergo oxidation, the first oxidation it undergoes is to form what? Is to form alkanol, which is what? Which is aldehyde. So, and this ethanol will form what? Ethanol. When it oxidizes in the presence of what? K2. When you use oxidizing agents such as K2, Cr2O7, you can use that as an oxidizing agent. So it will form ethanol to what? To ethanol. It was oxidized from ethanol to what? Ethanol. Increase incomplete what? Oxidation. Further oxidation now will give us what? Ethanoic acid. But we are told that this is incomplete oxidation. Incomplete oxidation will give us what? Ethanol. Please know that incomplete oxidation will give us ethanol. So that's all. And what is ethanol here? What is ethanol? Option D. So that's that about that. Number what? Number first, the complete oxidation of propan 1 or. Definitely consider the complete oxidation of propan 1 or. Now, when you look at this number 1 question here, we are asked that mind oxidation of propan 1 or will give us propanol. Now, if propanol now further what? Oxidize to give us propanoic acid, there's no need for us to what? To bother aside. So, complete oxidation of propan 1 or. This is propan 1 or from the question number 1. Just bring it here in the question number 2. Propan 1 or. When it oxidizes propan 1 or, which is what? CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. When it oxidizes, it gives us what? Propan, CH2, CHO, Now, when it undergoes oxidation, this is the symbol for oxidation anyway. So when it undergoes further oxidation, it will form propanoic CH2COOH. This is propanoic acid. Please note that this is 2COH. This is propanoic acid. So further oxidation now, this is complete what? Complete oxidation. It's different from the mild what? Oxidation or incomplete. This mild. This is mild oxidation, and this is what? Complete oxidation. So complete oxidation gives us what? Propanoic acid. And what is propanoic acid? We have what? Option what? D as our answer. Option D as our answer. Now, here the IUPAC name of this compound is what? The IUPAC name of this compound is what? Now, this is an hydroxyl group. Why do I call it an hydroxyl group? Because the main functional group here is what? OH. The main functional group here is OH. So that's why I call it what? A what? An alkanol group. The main functional group here is what? Is OH. As we can see, we have other substituents which are other substituents that we have here are bromo and what? Chloro. But the main functional group here is what? Hydroxy group. So this makes it what? An alkanol group. So if I want to count the parent chain as 1, 2, 3, 4, the parent chain is what? Butan. So and the hydroxy group, the functional group here is what? Hydroxy group, which makes it alkanol. So it will be butanol. So the parent name here is butanol. So let me even bring it out for clarification. So C. Now we have what? OH here. We have what? Chlorine, bromo, then we fill the rest with what? Hydrogen. So we have hydrogen. Now, this the parent name will be what? The parent name will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Will be what? Functional group. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is what? Butan. Because it belongs to OH now, it will now be butanol. So the parent name here is butanol. Now, you now try to count the what? The substituent. Number the substituent in such a way that the substituent has the least numbering. Now you start numbering from here anyway, because this is where the functional group is. This will be 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now chloro fall number 2, and what? Bromo fall number 3. And you know that alphabetically bromo will come before what? Chloro, because the bromo here starts with what? Letter B. The bromo starts letter B, so it's coming before what? It's going to come before chloro. So the substituent is what? The substituent here is 3 bromo, number 3, 2 chloro. So that is the substituent. So the IUPAC name now of the compound now, the IUPAC name will now be what? 3 bromo, 2 chloro, butanol. 3 bromo, 2 chloro, butanol. So what do we have there? 3 bromo, 2 chlorobutanol. So option what? Option B. So remember to what? Share this video with your friends, families, colleagues, and relatives at home. Thank you for watching once again. Please keep on liking the video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. God bless you. We love you all.